And welcome to my stream. Not gonna be doing anything too crazy, hopefully. Just everybody seems to be in the streaming mood today, so I decided, you know what? Maybe I'll stream too. But I'll stream something not too crazy. And with the new Cosmoteer update, sounds like a perfect time. Just hope everything's going through. There you go. Yeah, now it is. Okay. Now starting ship. Just don't know if the game audio might be a tad bit too low. So I'm hoping the in-game music might be a good background. I guess we'll find out in post, yeah. Sorry for everybody in chat too, because I do actually have Zink stream open. So I actually want to watch him draw. I just don't want to ruin his chill atmosphere that he has going on right now. Let's go and accept the bounties here. Do some pirate hunting. And maybe use the scrap to make our ship just a tad bit better. What I would love to have to do is, like, for streaming, probably try doing like those split screen streamings. But I don't know how that works exactly, because I know there's like the squad streaming, but I would love to have it like have all the screens visible at once. So I don't know how exactly to get that done. Oh, there he is. Control Q. Okay. It's gonna slow down the game a little bit just to make sure that I can actually have time to target. Let's get rid of that laser. Thankfully my shield should be able to take some of the pounding. Just gotta wait for people to actually man the guns. You guys should have been manning them already. Let's go and race it back to normal speed. Let's just take down the only other gun. Now let's just try to take down thrusters. I want to see if I can keep this ship mostly intact. So if I could keep it intact, I'd probably get the most resources out of it. I don't want to destroy that reactor because that's just going to make it blow. Beautiful. I got some scrap here to use now. Now, unlike before with the old update, you would be able to just plop down everything and just auto repair everything, which it's nice, but it did feel a bit cheaty because then you just have to dip out of combat for like 5 seconds and just fully repair. Now that it actually is going to take time for crew to actually build, it's nice. Ooh, pirate hunter. Assuming, yeah, pirate hunter. Yeah, shouldn't be coming for me out anyways. Probably make just a few edits with this material. The rest I'll probably try to sell. Until I can get bigger storage, there's probably no point in me keeping most of this. I probably want to hang on to processors and maybe uranium if I can. Let's go ahead and raise the audio a bit for the music. So I kind of want the game music to kind of fill in dead space. I'm not too high energy when it comes down to me streaming by myself. So I always have that fear of I need to keep speaking, but yeah, some people don't enjoy that. So just enjoy gameplay and my really bad creativity. Scrap. Sadly, with this game updating, it broke quite a bit of mods that me and my friends actively used, such as like the fighter components and stuff, because we love to make little compact ships. But now without that, most of my ship designs have become unusable. But I'm sure I can make it work. I'm gonna go ahead and sell some of this scrap. I'm gonna hold on to the more valuables though. Don't want to get rid of those. I'm gonna ask Zink what he's using for his background audio. That I recently saw the fact that you could put different audio tracks for Twitch, but I don't know whether if I should make my own music to add on. Let's go and sell some of this material. I don't need none of this currently. The steel scrap is good, but I think I might have to make some kind of like storage bin for me to just chuck everything into. Actually, I might just. Let me make a little storage. Just do kind of a big pile here. Let's take off mirror mode. This might be just a tad bit everywhere, but be alright. I'll expand this as I get more material, but for right now, this is just decent. Okay. So right now, I don't have a whole lot of funds to use for this, but should be alright. I want a small crew on here anyways. See, this is why I would love to have the fighter cockpits, mainly for the fact that I could just put down one fighter cockpit and just forget about it. Does this station even have any of those graphics cards in? No, it doesn't. Okay, so I'll have to wait in order to give it that. But for right now, for construction, but no crew access, but there is crew. Okay, the construction in the new updated version of the game is a bit weird then when it comes to building new ships. I think maybe I just transfer some people. Can't. It's probably because it doesn't have. Okay, we'll cancel that. This will be something else later then. Oops. Don't punch it. Don't punch the ship. It's gonna float away. I see the one viewer on my channel. I'm assuming that's you, Vic. So you're active on Zink stream. How's my audio? Let me know. If that is you. Man, don't dox me. I know it's you. You're my #1 fan. Other than Zink, and even then he doesn't watch my streams. Even I have his stream open in the background. Welcome to the greatest space. Hell yeah. I really enjoy Cosmoteer, personally. It's just a shame that with the new update a lot of mods broke. Well, Vanilla's still not bad. I actually like vanilla. Thank you, Vic. Also, if it is true, happy birthday, Vic. Saw that on Zink stream over there. Wider a lot. I do a little bit of both, but to be honest with you, I'm more of a fleet kind of guy, where I build a bunch of ships to micromanage. I usually my main ship usually becomes like a big old mobile production structure, kind of like an MCV from Command and Conquer, and then I just build a bunch of fighters afterwards. The only downside is with the fighter components mod being broken at the moment, I can't really do too many small expendable ships. And with crew limit also being a thing, it might be a pain. But I'm willing to try it. But what I usually like to do is with one big production building, I kind of end up just building one really big escort for it. Let's get rid of this guy's guns. Help our friend out here. I want to turn around though. Okay, he's not really much of a threat no more. Let's focus on this guy. Oh god. Come on, guns. Keep the power going. Alright, this guy's useless. Okay. Well, the other... Well, he's swinging around. I don't know if he's coming over to me. I don't want to ruin these ships too much, but I want to get them out of the game now. Okay, that guy's dead. Mark him. Find him later. Factory and harvest every asset. Yeah, honestly, that's how I tend to play it too. Every time I play any like space games like this, especially the ones that give you creativity, and if they have a lot of mining in it, I usually go down like the big MCV factory route. Even in Space Engineers, my first objective is to build a giant like crawler. Yes. You know, I actually still have his stream open in the background, so I can kind of hear some of Zink's comments as he's doing his drawing. Also, Chaotic, thank you for coming back again. Kind of nice to have a reoccurring viewer. If you enjoy art streams, my friend Zink TM on Twitch, he's currently drawing a Spider-Man. He's drawing like his own Spider-Man persona. Little asteroid the size of a station. Speaking of that, I actually do have some mods enabled, mostly like extra ship mods. But I also have like that the mod that adds the giant Megaroid. So it's somewhere in the borders of the system, but it's this massive planet that I could just mine out. I remember doing it a couple times on with my friends, but those things are massive. It takes forever to mine them out fully. Yeah, a Megaroid. So it's basically one of these, but scaled to the size of like a planet. And it's filled with pretty much everything. Obviously, the more rare resources aren't like too crazy in there, but you can still get like uranium and the titanium and stuff in there, or the tri-steel. But honestly, the Megaroids are awesome. Oh yeah, and then there's another add-on for that mod that actually creates another Megaroid, but that Megaroid is surrounded by pirates. But yeah, most of the mods that I have currently on Cosmoteer right now just add custom ships for the AI to use. That and more stations or more defenses for stations and pirate stations. And more pirates, just in general. So I feel like the base game, there's not too many things to attack, especially towards the beginning. I'm a stickler for a clean galaxy, so I kind of take my time when picking up all of the resources everywhere. Any comments? Honestly, I'm playing games, he's drawing. Who's wasting their time here? I didn't go to clown school. See, I'm doing the community a service while playing a game. Zink had to pay to win to draw. He had to go to college. I'm still on that free to play, so I just don't draw. Bad editor? What editor? He might be marked as an editor, but I haven't seen any edits. I'll see if I could find that Megaroid, so I can show you Chaotic. But it's one of these unknown signals somewhere around here. I would assume it's that one. The Master Instigator title. Honestly, he does. Man loves to focus. I love it because I can hear Zink on my other screen right now, just talking about it. Hey, if you ever want to make it easier, because I know you probably have my stream open too, we could just jump into the same channel. Just let you know that now. I just didn't want to hurt your vibes on your channel. Just still pop. I would like to say yeah, it definitely still is. But that's the thing though too, with the whole like going past like the pirate bases with cannons, it still works, but it's still gonna take longer because, like I said, the mod that I added increases the amount of defenses that pirates have. Usually in the beginning areas it's not too bad, but once you start going into the later areas, that's when you start getting hit with like railgun defenses on every station. I'm gonna bump this up to more steel. I'm trying my best not to like actively buy too much material, especially if I could just, you know, find it. Though something tells me I'm definitely gonna have to start buying stuff from the stations. I like being self-sufficient in these games. First, yeah. I never really knew the good effects of point defense until I started getting hit by missiles like crazy. I was like, oh, that's why you're supposed to build them. I always ignored point defense, but my friend Potato made us very aware of what they can do. Let's see about playing this guy too. I don't want to start mining either. I want to save up to actually buy one of the factories. Come on. Get back in. The shield's not up. I know it's up. Just keep hitting there. It's running, but I can keep up. Beautiful. Mostly intact too. My defense is brutal as weapons. Yeah, honestly, if you could just stack enough of them, it doesn't matter. I try not to rely on them too much. I'm more, as much as I'm starting out with energy guns in this playthrough right now, I'm definitely more of a cannon person. But I love lasers though. The normal plasma guns or the coil guns or whatever they're called, I don't care too much for them, but as soon as I could get lasers, I love them. You can just stack all kinds, but it's just they're a bit of a power drain, especially if you have too many. I mean, it's still kind of nice. Yeah, I never cared for them. It's either cannon or laser. I'd rather have laser, especially when you could just stack like all kinds of lasers going through one crystal. It's great. Yeah, I never cared for just normal lasers. I love the ion beams. I had to look at what they're actually called for a second. Just want to finish that build, please. My ship's not getting powered right there. There you go. Alright, storage. We have a door in here. Oh, there are no door. Just want to bump up the speed just a little bit. I don't want to go too fast though. I need more crew. I definitely need a bigger ship. I'm gonna go see how much it costs for the first factory, because I want to see about getting a steel factory at least to start. Copper would probably be my better bet because copper's everywhere, but steel is practically needed all the time. Especially if I start getting armor. You guys gonna put that door down? No. There you go. Yeah, construction's a bit finicky. I like it though. I like not being able to instantly repair after combat. Nah, I can't wait till they start adding stuff like boarding. I think that'd be really great. Actually weaponize your crew. Do like those Space Marine drop pods where they just slam into the side of ships. Let's get rid of these. I prefer my systems clean of wreckage. Nothing goes to waste. Everything gets used. Honestly, the foolish thing I've done playing this was thinking that, you know, my ship with like a ton of armor is good enough to fight against it, like fight against enemies. When I immediately get overrun because my ship is so heavy. Like, cause I always have it in my head that in space there is no weight, so just stack all kinds of armor and you'll be fine. Yeah, there is weight, and I was not a big person on speed, so the moment I got into combat, they would always swing around behind me and just destroy my unarmored sections. But it kind of sucks when you're playing by yourself, especially if you lose your first ship right off the bat. It's like that's it. You can't continue. You got to start all over again. I think that was one of the issues that the developer was talking about, like making like some kind of like insurance ship, where once you lose your stuff, you could just kind of buy out a starting ship again. But I think their main point of balance was like for multiplayer, for making it so that you can't just, you know, abuse it and just keep spawning multiple free ships. I think it would be nice though if you could just purchase a ship, just at least a starting ship for the starting amount of credits. Yeah, it's only so fast you can go. But it sucks though too, because even if you go at, no matter how fast you go, it's a bit hard to aim, especially if you're trying to circle enemies. Our friend Potato, when he plays this, when we had the fighter components mod, he would build a bunch of smaller ships but with a bunch of point defense on them, and he would kind of just have them constantly circle a ship while his main ship dealt the damage. Works for the most part, but the only downside is the AI on here only target the most expensive ship. So his tiny ships were able to just shoot without getting hit at all, but his main ship would have to take the brunt of it. Also sucks when I would play with my big refinery ships. They're so expensive to keep, so they were always the first thing targeted. But Speed Demon, yeah, it's actually fairly fun just to outrange or outspeed everything. Circle around and destroy. Yeah, honestly, that's probably the best way to do it, especially if you do have like speed ships. Just keep trying to get around the enemies. Let's go see if that Megaroid's over here. Usually unknown signals might be, especially when they're in the borders. Oh wait, did I have another ship here? I wish that this game had like the space engineers kind of like collision, where like if you slam into something hard enough, your ship just turns to pieces. I would love to make a bunch of ramming ships. Because I think that's as much as I don't actually play the Warhammer like ship game, the Battle Sector, I think it is. Is it Battle Sector? No, it's Fleet Gothic. Yeah. That's the only downside. I don't play it much, but I love the fact that you can ram enemy ships with yours. Well, from what I hear, at least from what my friend was telling me, the boarding is actually in the roadmap for this game. Yeah, that's my first thought, is just building those ramming torpedoes. Ramming torpedoes and then just have them just filled with people to just take over ships. I think that'd be amazing. I have a lot of high hopes for this game. I really enjoy these types of games. Just want more storage. Just grab everything. Start becoming a hoarder in this game. Just have that one big ship in the back just filled with people, just to use for boarding. It's like the smaller ships would go to disable ships, and then you'd have the boarder come in last to just take over it. Which I think that'd be pretty cool, because with boarding you can kind of minimize damage to the ship, just as long as they don't kill your boarding people. I think I could play this on double speed. Shouldn't be too bad. Even though my stream will probably end up just being me mining for a long time. Actually, let's deposit first. Yeah, you can already see, like, with that more stations or more defenses mod, even normal stations have more defenses on them. Do that. Okay, so as much as I don't want to, I feel like it's probably best for me to just sell the base materials. So let's see. Cannon and electros. I don't use disruptors too much, to be honest. As much as I probably should. I usually just try to overwhelm everything with just sheer firepower. Definitely want to go into cannons eventually. Definitely want that too. I saw them add a resource collector. I haven't seen any use of it yet. I do have enough for it. Coil factor I'm gonna have to wait for. Let's get a mine laser going too if I can. I guess that's fair. I mean, the more of an enemy ship that's still there, you can at least reuse all the materials. That's why I usually go with ion lasers at some point, because a lot of the AI ships, they tend to have their you know, more sensitive things out in the open. And honestly, just getting a good shot with an ion laser can just disable the whole ship without destroying too much. But if you stack enough, they'll pop shields like nothing as well. Ah, just barely. Just a little more. I want to get a resource collector in the back, so my people don't have to leave the ship anymore. Might have to get a mining laser too, though, because I think they'll still have to jump out to actually dismantle buildings. Let's go into blueprint mode for this. I want to try armoring this little section here. I don't need nobody to start shooting us from behind. They'll just basically cut an enemy directly in half. I love it. Honestly, Ion it's not bad to have, but yeah, I can see the appeal not really there for it sometimes. Let's get that to defend these side bits. Need some more funds. Just need just a little bit too. I could see about selling a processor or two, but I don't know whether it would be worth it. I think as much as I don't, I'm not gonna sell. I'm gonna see if I can grab just a little bit of resources, just get a tad bit more money. At least I know the resources over here aren't tainted with people. But yeah, no, on my on our multiplayer game with the mods that kind of broke it, I had a big ship with just one really overpowered laser, and I would just have it saw through enemy ships. It would pop all of their shielding as well, which is great. I cut an enemy reactor out one time with them. Yeah. You know, it's fun though. It's fun to do surgical precision on an enemy ship, just to see if you could do it. It's glorious sometimes. I even tried all that with like asteroids too. Like I had built like 4 or 5 really small mining ships, which had no storage at all. Like they were just there. But I would have them circle an entire asteroid and then just shoot it from all angles and just obliterate it. The only downside is I can't really make too much compact ships anymore without that fighters mod. Because they would add like really small reactors and small cockpits. That's fair. Make them suffer for what they made you go through. Gotta show these AIs who the boss. Oh, I am also playing with a storage mod as well, but it's only ×2. I usually play with a ×10, but after getting yelled at by all my friends saying it's unbalanced, I convinced them to just let me use a ×2. Hold on. It's not unbalanced, it's balanced. But since I'm saying a little more your account, even though I'm fairly certain it's my friends, I'm just gonna have this to copy and paste every now and then. So I feel like I want to help them out. Yeah, that's why I love going the factory route. It's just, as long as you keep pumping it full of resource, you can just be as reckless as you want. It was great too, because after you destroy an enemy station too, you can just slowly bring it in and just have it just eat the entire thing. But I think it might be a while before I can get a fully functioning factory ship going. At least, because I like to make a factory ship that has a little bit of everything. But with the fleet idea I have in mind when it comes down to like my own custom ship set, because I've been trying to build my own like I guess my own like fleet type. Because like I see all these people on the workshop uploading like big ship packs, but they all like fit a theme. I kind of wanted to make my own themed ships as well. And so far it's not too bad, but again, I might have to try to redo some of them. So the small miners use the fighter components, and I don't know how long that mod's gonna take to update. So it might be good for me to just try to get away from using modded components entirely. Get the most outreach out of my ships. Okay, ship's just a tad bit longer now. I know, it kind of sucks just selling ore just like that, but honestly, if you just need a little bit of money, might as well do it. I will be selling a lot more soon. Once I get the factories up and running, that's when the money starts to just roll in. Yeah, because I have a few like designated ships that I've made. I don't even know if I would be able to even load in those blueprints just because of the modded components. Because I don't know if it's like other like creative games where they I just saw an issue with my ship. Let's see, can I take these off? I have to sacrifice one of these doors that I have. Just don't know which one. Coils. Yeah. Did it bad. Didn't notice that. Let's fly back. I'll speed up time for this one. Should be able to just... Yeah, there you go. Alright, maybe next time let's not be dumb and forget doors. I just love the fact that the station helps with building now. It's kind of nice. There you go. Now it's back to normal. I say it's no gonna power it. It's gonna let it sit there unpowered. Hello? They don't like this room. What's that? Oh, there's not even a door. I had to pay for the door too, damn it. Come on. There you go. Now I can get out of here. But honestly, I like this game because it's I don't feel like it's as hectic as other builders. But playing this makes me want to also play Space Engineers, but I feel like that's man, it's just a whole nother story there. Especially with the mods that we use for it that add a bunch of AI enemies. Those guys are ruthless. What's this? Ah, figured. It's just a beacon. I don't know how long I plan on staying on this system for, because I still want a somewhat safe system to start up a factory, but at the same time I might lose out on air enemies. Honestly, yeah, what people can make on Space Engineers is great, but I don't have that technical know-how. I think I could if I really put myself to it, but honestly, it's a pain. Don't turn around. I'm getting separated, pull back. Of course, my side thrusters aren't good enough. Alright, just let it hit my side a little bit. I'll take some damage from the back, it's fine. Crew quarters are getting shot though. Oh man. I think just having just two enemies is just alright. This might be the enemy just doing this. Because one of them's trying to circle behind me while the other one is. Yeah, there it goes. I might have to reload an autosave. Come at this at a better angle. Yeah, it's fine. It's gonna happen. I feel like the multiplayer is a little easier, especially when you have like 4 other ships on your ass all the time. Single player though, one wrong move and it's just, you're done. He's gone. I might need to increase my autosave setting. I actually had it lower just for multiplayer. It's a pain. So everybody has to resync every time. I tried doing that actually. I wanted to make that specifically on my last Space Engineers game with one of my friends, because we were trying to do like a PvP game. He would hide on one planet, I would hide on another. I managed to get into space before him, but man, I kept searching the wrong side of the planet. I wish I knew how to set up all the event blocks to actually do it. Let's make this more of an attack craft then. I don't want these anymore. I want cannons. This was before I bought everything. Okay, that's good. Grab some cannons. Those 100s of drones had guns. Ah, yeah, that's great. My main, when I did stuff like that, I always loved making like suicide drones. Just have it like just beeline towards a player and then just immediately like ram whatever they're doing and then just blow it up. That's what I always enjoyed. I remember when I actually ended up finding my friend on that planet, I had built basically like a giant rocket that was like a cluster bomb, so it would spin and then eject all kinds of smaller bombs on top of him. But he just barely managed to get off planet as it was coming down. I don't think you can hide from drones. I think if you can, it's mostly like turning off like your signal so that they can't just detect it. But I think Space Engineer still has like a way of them detecting players. It's about good. What I would like to do though is move this forward, just so that this has more closer to the shielding. But yeah, with how the event blocks work, I don't think you can really hide from them too much because they just detect players no matter whether if they have signal going or not. Wow, that's beautiful. Just gonna wait for these to move. I'm gonna try stocking ammo as close as I can to the gun. Don't need people to wander too far. I should probably add a point defense somewhere around here. I'm trying to think of where I should put it though. So I'd like to put it somewhere up front so it can start shooting down anything that's coming over, but not too sure. Honestly, yeah. That's what I love about it, because every time I would play it, I would bury myself deep into a planet. Just so like there's like a single ramp that leads out. But just hearing the explosions from like orbiting ships trying to shoot down at you, it's great. I think I'd love to have just one of these just right here. That does take away the armor right there though. No, I think I'm just gonna try to keep my distance if I can from enemies. Just need to buy ammo. I might have to put in another crew place though. Like 80 shots. I'll go 120. Thinking maybe I can lower this down a little bit and make it crew, or I can just toss it right here. What door can we put here? Put a door here, we'll just put crew quarters here. Add some doors down here as well. Okay, we only have one door. Okay, that'll have to work. Okay, that's just a little better. Now I can have just a tad bit more crew. Just pressing the wrong button there. There you go. Let's get that 4 extra crew in here and then see if we go take on some more battles. Let's move this over. Did I just hear Zink on his stream say he doesn't want to draw titties? It's the only way to make money, Zink. Come on, be one of those artists. Come on. I know you want to. I don't even know if he has my stream open. I'm sure Vic will convey the message. That's what I was saying. Of course. See, it's the only way to keep viewers entertained, Zink. You gotta keep showing them that. Might have to increase my ship speed. But for right now, I think this is a fairly good ship at the moment. Though I still have a bit of a weak spot here. But until I can get another shield going, maybe. Or maybe just stack up some more armor here. I could probably move the brakes up here and just armor out this side. Because the shield should be able to hold the brakes. It'll take a couple revisions. Hey Vic, don't worry. He went to art school, remember? He didn't go to English school. To literature. He went to that clown college. He went to that clown college. He's gonna use that excuse of English is not my first language. Try to keep distance if I can. Actually, let's just wait. Distance. Can. Thankfully, this shield definitely works. Going still. As much as the processes would be nice from that cockpit, I think I'd rather have the uranium. I was about to say, I don't think he still works at Walmart. I got confused for a second there. Theory. Man, it's gonna be fun hearing back the VOD for this and people just being like, why is he talking about Walmart all of a sudden? Sorry guys, I have Zink stream open on the side. So if you play the streams together at about maybe like an hour difference, you'll hear both sides. Have his stream an hour earlier than mine's, and you'll hear both sides. That's why I would love to have like a stream going where it's just you see all the streams on one screen, kind of like that squad view. Yeah. It's like you only see one half. Yeah, you only see my half of the stream, and you're just like, I wonder what happened. And then you have to find it behind the staircase, and it's just like a recording of his stream. I'm surprised Zink knows what a protractor even is. He went to clown school after all. It's alright, I can't really talk shit. At least he went to school. Man, Vic, everybody knows who did it, man. It's always Zink. You should know that. Zink was always the killer. Nah, that's the difference though, Zink. You actually went for a degree. I just did it so I can get out of actual school. Who's the clown now? I'm not in debt. Nerd. I've never really seen an enemy ship actually use a mining laser as a defense. That is new. Online high school wasn't too hard. I just stopped actually caring about it. I did entire semesters in one day, even though I definitely failed them. I just put in bullshit answers until I hit the end, and I was like, well, now I got no more homework for about a month. Zink life's hard already, I'm sorry. He's not coming from. Did I use up? Oh wow, I actually used up most of my ammo there. I'm gonna have to build my own ammo factory. I regret going, but it's not a clown school. Yeah, fair. Yeah, the VOD's definitely gonna be weird now. You know, at this rate, Zink, I'm already butting into your stream and you're butting into mine, so we might as well just make it one. It's a collab. Right now, it's a very distant collab. I'm not saying you have to quit your stream, man. I'm just saying. We're talking to each other with like a 30-second delay. Well, the thing is, right, is that I'm currently playing a single-player game, so I don't know how it's gonna work if we do join multiplayer, because we might have to make a new game. That guy always gets close, but he never seems to actually come down here. No, he's actually doing it now. Your stations. Got combat coming. Shields are back up. I don't have a whole lot of ammo is one problem here. Oh, he has a shield too. He has a shield too. Jesus. They did. Fair. I gotta wait for this thing to fully die so I can reload and autosave. That one crew guy. Oh god, I can hear myself on your stream. I gotta turn it off now. It's gonna mute it. Right. Oh, you moved over to streaming too. How dare you? Should have moved me to streaming 1 where I belong. You bastard, now I have to re-edit my stream. Actually, it's still set to streaming. Oh, I said to gaming queue now. Look at that.
Oh.
There.
It sucks because like they're gonna hear you, but I don't think they can see what you're doing. It's
Yeah,
gonna
that's the
stream.
problem. I gotta get my tuber back.
Just join, leave the call, and join again.
Does that fix it?
Fix it.
Ah, yeah, no, it's bad.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good shit. Say teamwork. Oh, I just realized why Discord says gaming queue. It's because I don't have streaming open, so it's still marked it as gaming queue. Yeah, fair. And then I can actually open this up now. See, now you can see who's chatting. Love it.
Oh, you turned on your old Discord overlay.
Yeah. Yeah, see, there's our editor actually doing his job.
Work. No, you can't let him do his job, man. He's his day off. He's what's it called? What's the word I'm looking
He's
for?
celebrating his birthday.
He's celebrating his birthday with us.
Actually, can I take this ship? What's it missing? Oh, it's just missing a cockpit.
No, just because I'm here, right? I'm gonna put this aside for the
At least I
meantime.
have a sword icon. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even have an icon on Zink stream. He doesn't believe I should be a moderator.
I don't know how my streams work. I just click stream and that's it.
I just click the button, man, and it starts.
You guys over here like we got some rules and set things up. I'm like, I agree. Later.
I'm not in for that right now.
I'm just here to just do things.
Just here to exist, man.
But you know, since I'm here, I thought might as well help with Crimson Stream and
Don't get that
design
kind of-
his ships.
Hey, you leave my simp ships alone, alright?
Stop! I have a lisp.
Hey, now that we're in the call, I get to bully you.
You were doing that out of the call.
I know, but now people can actually hear your reaction. They don't have both streams open.
All you said was clown school. That's it.
Cloud college. You know that's an actual thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Should do it sometime.
Nah, I'm good.
Why? So you already had the experience. Well,
I don't like school.
I don't like it either.
So use both of them, man.
I use both of them. Honestly, both chats have the same viewers, man. Stick with that with any one of them.
Slash modular simplest command. Both. Alright. Let me see. Slash mod
I was gonna say, do you actually have him as an editor?
general right. I don't know how to do any of this. No, I don't.
I'll respond to whoever I'm talking to in their chat. Fair.
Do I have to space it out or do I just like type it in?
It's just slash mod space general right, one word.
Moderator privileges have been given to him. There you go. There, you're hired. You got it. Happy birthday.
You've been hired. What's the starting pay?
25 cents
Fuck.
the hour.
25 cents an hour? Fuck it, I'll stream for that.
Yay!
As long as I stream for at least 4 hours a day, I'll make $1.
Look, Vic, I didn't do it because I was confusing. I don't understand the Twitch's interface. I was like, what?
Like, what the fuck's happening? Do I really need 2 airlocks? I think I'll just stick to 1. Place that with a fire extinguisher. We'll move these here. Then we'll
I
add more
apologize,
armor.
Vic. Yes, but unfortunately, if I'm given information and people are telling me you gotta click here and do that, unless it's specific, I will get lost.
Unless it's specific. I am a dumbass.
Alright, you would say, yeah, just open that thing right there and like point at it, and somehow I will be like,
Open the fizzle glorp and pour in the flammogasm.
exactly.
So
That makes more sense. Yeah, I'll be like, all right, cool. Where's the physical word?
Where's the glorp? I didn't say that. Man, you already got the fake. You already got the fake instructions wrong.
I'm a little dumb.
Maybe I should pull back the shield generator. I feel like it's too loud.
He's now self-promoting himself to my agent. I just, no, man. You know, Vic. You know, it is your birthday. You know what?
You know what? I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, you can be my agent for a day.
I don't know, man. It seems like a lot of responsibility you're giving him. I don't know if I can trust him with that much power.
I can. I trust Vic.
As much it's probably not best for me to put my cockpit so high up on my ship. It's probably the only layout I can see pulling the ship back. The energy back.
That would be a good collab if I was also in the game. This is a little like a mixed stream collab.
But see, this is nice. Now we can talk to each other. Entertain ourselves.
I have found the best ship in Cosmoteer, and I plan on building it one day.
And what might that be?
I just looked up. Okay, I was drawing stuff, right? And I looked up online. Cosmoteer, straight up, was given so many good designs.
Yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna have to be playing defaults Cosmoteer for a while.
Yeah, for a good bit.
I mean, we can still use all the other mods that like ships and stuff, but we just can't use anything with fighters anymore. At least not until that mod updates. Which kind of sucks, but it's alright. Make it work.
Spice.
Factory going. It's like I'm trying not to make the ship too cramped either, but I feel like that's all I'm doing. So I want to get a coil factory going, or a ammo factory. What do you mean it tries to? Alright. That'll come later. I'll make an ammo donkey at some point. Just have it follow behind me.
I'm booting to my stream. They'll get a nice, comfy sound. Does that multi-stream work for that too? For like music?
No. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, as long as it's going through your stream, it'll probably show up on both ends. Like, if they're doing like the multi-stream thing, they're probably hearing both Cosmoteer and your stream music.
They could choose what they want to mute or what's everything. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. God damn it, I did it again. Forgot doors. Some of my thrusters aren't even getting door access anymore. There you go. Alright, now everything looks like it works. Guess we'll see if I die again. Let's go get a bounty. But yeah, when it comes down to like multi-stream, I would love to have it more of basically just have all of us just input it to one person, and then that person streams their screen, where it has like all the screens on one. Might be hard to see though.
This is where we play another game like Siege. We should play Siege. We should definitely play Siege.
I keep saying that, but it's like all I'm hearing is gibberish. It's like white noise in my ear.
I get it. Your viewers like a more tactical approach. Mine's don't.
I don't want to stick to a single genre either. I kind of want to keep spreading it around.
And spreading the love.
Yeah. Like, I want to be known for certain games, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to just be that. Because there's some people on Twitch that only stream the one thing. I mean, it works for them, but it's like, some days I don't want to play that game.
At least I want to do my own thing.
It's like RimWorld. Like, I love playing RimWorld, and I can play it all the time, but it's like, last night trying to play it, I was just like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I had it open, edited some things, and then it's just like, I'll play something else. Just go to sleep.
Should play your Fallout 4. Got modded again. That's what I did when I was like so bored I didn't know what to do. I know I had Skyrim installed and I was like, I'm gonna mod that, take my time actually. I did that and now I actually want to stream Skyrim and such.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, Vic. I don't wanna be known for just one game, even though it kind of works. But yeah, no, I wouldn't mind modding out like Skyrim or Fallout and just playing that, like do like a full playthrough.
Yeah.
So it definitely makes it more interesting. It's just you gotta be careful with what mods you decide to try to use. Can't be too graphic sometimes. It's just like sometimes it's great.
I did mine's all graphics. This game looks so beautiful.
I know, yeah, no graphics. Fucking you need that.
Why would you be banned for your Fallout, huh? Just because it's 76?
Because the mods that you use is for 76.
Oh, I forgot about the mods. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually plays 76 modded.
I don't understand. The game's pretty much, it's there. It's like it's there. You need mods.
Like I can understand putting mods on there, but it's like I don't see 76 as a moddable Fallout.
Same. I see it as its own Bethesda game that's finished from it. I mean, I guess you could add mods for like what's it called, quality of life stuff.
Yeah, like textures and all that's great, but I wish you would actually be able to add things to the game. Like that would make it really fun, like to do like a full modded experience with your friends.
See, I would actually enjoy more textures in Fallout. I don't think there's that many in 76. That's why I don't care for modding it.
That's fair.
It seems they're just retextures of certain clothings. Nothing like you could texture the building.
Yeah.
So I want my game to look pretty.
Oh, fuck, there's two of them. I don't know if I want to fight two at once. I might not be able to run away though.
Do it. Go for it. Let me see. What level are you at? Still in the first one, or do you
I'm still on
jump?
the first one, but the only thing is that I only have cannons, and if they have any kind of disruptor, I'm screwed.
Should have went for the laser. They're after you. They're after you.
Well, this guy just has lasers. I could probably just knock him out quick. That guy has lasers too. If I could just get rid of one, I could focus on the next one. shoot out his guns and then turn around. Okay, he's good. Focus on this guy now. Yeah, these were the guys that ruined me my last life. That's just because they both decided to just circle around me and screw me over.
It's not to do the direct, you know, Control D.
Yeah, but I also have to actually aim it too.
It's not hard. Also, I like seeing the multi-stream and like seeing both our characters do their talking. And the more I look at them, I'm like, yeah, I could tell that I made both of them style-wise.
Oh yeah, you are the artist.
I don't know. I feel like my style changes a lot, and I can't usually tell what's from. I won't be able to tell it's mine.
Yeah, no, your style definitely changes a lot. Like I have proof.
Yeah. I want to stick to one style now. I remember early on, when I was drawing, I was like, I don't want to, because I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
But now with so many under my belt, I'm like, I should stick with one.
Fair. Hey, Mr. Editor, man, you should post that link again. You know, just in case.
Should update people all the time, you know, get little updates notification every 30 to an hour.
That's why I need to set up that auto mod. Or whatever that one thing is that people use. You can actually set up like timed messages.
Is there a way Vic could do it? It might let him, you know, take a break.
Oh my god, this guy, oh.
Like, I'm sorry, Vic, to make you work on your birthday.
Man, that pirate hunter just ruins me.
Oh my god, yeah, you lost everything there.
Yeah, it's just a one shot. I think he has larger cannons, is probably why.
Stick to not killing things. Don't you get more money?
I have a little bit. I want to try making a factory ship, but man, it's a pain.
Oh yeah, Vic, don't want to make you work too hard on your birthday, so you know.
And make him work. Screw that guy. Just focus on these. Distance. Stay just out of range, man. Just keep pulling back. You know, Vic, you could also post that link on Zink stream as well.
What? My stream? What? I'm having a stream? What? Who knew that? Crazy. I didn't know I was streaming.
Make him work.
No.
Make
He
him...
did say if this was his. Do you mean this link?
Yes, I meant that.
He did say that if he wants, if he could, he would work like this. If we could, Vic, we would pay you.
Yeah, we're not at that stage yet where we can actually make money. Man, just imagine us having to pay him. That means we could bully him as much as we want.
Dude, dude, that'd be great.
We can bully him, and then he's gonna be like, you know what? I don't like the way you treat us. It's like, well, do you like the money? Yeah.
That's when he says I quit, and we're like, what?
And it's like, well, we'll do it ourselves. Fail.
And then we call him. We're like, Vic,
Can you do this? All right, Vic. Okay, I guess you're not fired. Okay.
give me money. You want money? Here, this is the best I could do. This is the best I could do, Vic.
Believe me, you've never seen me actually bully. It's like I used to tell my coworkers at work, you guys would not want to see me as a manager because I would be a pain in their ass.
You say that, Grimson, but you can't take us arguing amongst each other in games.
Oh, I can. It's just if I had actual, you know, authority, I would punish.
Ah, he needs the power to be ruthless. Got you.
Yeah, He's seen me angry, but you haven't seen me manager angry.
It's just because you give him power. I'm gonna do something on here, but I don't know how to do it anymore. Can you not get points anymore on Steam?
You mean like the awards?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you still can. Do you have points to actually give?
Yeah.
When you look at their profile, it's the 3 little dots on the top. You should be able to award the profile.
Oh, I see the profile. Okay.
I might actually try switching over to the more passive gameplay now.
There,
I
Vic.
actually think I do have enough money to start a factory ship.
There, Vic. I paid you.
You can't really use it outside of Steam.
You know,
But
it's like a
money's
it's like a gift card if you think about it.
I would absolutely love it if you could buy gift cards with Steam points.
You can.
Yeah.
You can send money. Oh, with Steam points. Never mind.
Yeah, just be like, if you earn enough Steam points, like, you just use that as like a currency. It's like an in-game shop, but just for Steam. It's like, alright, 50,000 points? Yeah, you get $5. I'd enjoy that. Of course, they would have to make it outrageously large numbers, though.
Yeah.
Because the amount of, like joke guides that there are that just get so many, like, awards just for saying, like, oh, hey, how do you walk in this game?
You know, Crimson, Vic, I gave you the give me my money award, or give me take my money award. So I don't know how much that gives, but you got that.
It takes like a day or two for it to go through, though.
Oh.
So it's
You
like
don't
a
get paid till
belated
tomorrow.
birthday present.
$4K apparently.
Damn.
You're welcome.
That man can buy 2 whole animated backgrounds.
You're welcome. You go buy yourself something nice.
Buy yourself something. Here you go.
Making my total 48,000.
Jesus.
I got a lot too.
I don't have any because I haven't bought games in a while.
The sales pop up and my brain turns on like, hey, better buy it now before it's too late.
It's that neuron activation thing.
Yeah, the neuron activation.
Once you see low number, buy.
It's a good sale, man. I can't let it go.
You might be good in the stock market. Just try it.
I'm gonna be actually losing a lot of money. I feel like it.
Same. I actually need more money for this steel one.
Well, I'd say from the stock market. I'm like, what?
Huh?
You need more money from the stock market?
I mean, I have some stocks, but it's not like crazy. So far, the only like stocks I've actually been able to get money back from have been from Games Workshop. So I was like, you know what? I love Warhammer. I'm gonna put some money into it. I'm gonna see if I can make some. Surprisingly, I actually do get a bit of money every month or so.
Did you take it out, or do you just have it build up?
I just have it build up. I mean, it's my retirement that I moved away from my jobs.
That's smart.
So it's like I don't want to touch it if I can figure it out. Warhammer figurines are an investment because a lot of them get vaulted, and I got an entire Cadian regiment that's currently vaulted. So if I could paint them up, I could probably sell them for quite a bit.
Pay them as a Cadian first, then you'll get a good amount of money.
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people, because now that you can't buy the old Cadian models, once they become rare enough, yeah, probably be able to sell them for quite a bit. Because I don't know about you, Zink, but have you seen the new Cadian models that they brought out?
I think you showed me before. I saw a few of them. They look pretty detailed.
They look detailed, but the only downside is, to me, They look more like the Star Wars Rebels, and I'm just like, it doesn't look as good.
They don't look old-timey. I remember that.
Yeah, they look more modernized, but they, to me, like I said, they just look like the Star Wars Rebels, and I'm like, I don't care for that look. I
Yeah,
like the
Canadian.
nitty gritty military.
You're talking about Canadian shock troopers, right?
Yeah, like honestly, they look like rebels, and I don't care for the look of them.
No, the shock trooper looks pretty good.
I mean, they're still not bad. Like they changed out how the helmets look. They changed out like the backpacks and just yeah. I want to switch over to producing materials now. Just like need more money to actually buy the factory itself. And buy the mining laser and all that. Just start selling ores. At least for a little bit.
I'm taking a re-look at them, Crimson. I figure out what you don't like about them.
What's that?
They're not stubby.
They're not stuck. Yeah, maybe.
Most of the models you like is just they have to be stubby. They can be lengthy. Or they can be actual proportional size.
I don't mind proportional size.
Cause they still look old timey to me. They still look. I was like looking at them more. I was like, okay. Other than their carapace looks harder. Like it actually looks like it takes shots. It's the same.
Man, all right, I gotta take a look at them again because I feel like we're seeing different things now.
Like they look more Space Marine, I guess, because of the shoulder pads they got.
Okay, fine. All right. The thing that I hate most about they look good. Don't get me wrong. I hate their helmets. I think that's what breaks it for me is their helmets.
I can see one helmet that you hate.
I hate the commanding officer one. That one.
Yeah.
That one looks
same.
rebel. That one looks rebel. But I mean the other helmets too. I don't know. They look good, but different. They're
really
not
just one helmet that I don't like out of all of them, just because it looks so stupid.
Is it the heavy or is it the Melta gunner?
I don't know. It's in the first squad of the command squad. It's
the
top
command
left.
Squad.
Yeah, top left.
Canadian squad top left. Let's see. Oh yeah, the giant fuck all antenna. Yeah.
Literally, that's the only thing wrong. Other than that, I can't see anything wrong with them. They seem pretty good.
But that's the thing though. I think that antenna is actually on his backpack. I
don't believe that.
No, but that's the thing though, because he's holding his side, but he has one of those, what's it called? Like those flight headphones, like the big ones, with the microphone attached. Because I think that antenna is his backpack.
Anyway, I just don't like his actual helmet. He has like a flight helmet on.
Yeah.
Other than that, I like the other guys. I guess you don't like the way they have, what the guys realize that they have some sort of padding to their chin and cheek area.
I don't know, they look different, and it's just, yeah, I'm so used to seeing the old Canadian models. Man, sucks. Stream, you're just gonna have to look this up.
No, we can't stream that site.
I know, we could technically show it still, but it's just like, I don't want to edit things on my OBS right now.
So that's why I got a display capture. So I could just be like, look at these are the models, right guys? Right here.
Yeah, if you want to see it, look at his stream.
This is the Canadian command right here. Personally, I think it looks whack. This guy here. Everyone else looks cool. This guy looks cool as a bandana, and this guy looks cool. That guy looks cool.
But man, it's crazy though, because I got really excited when they brought in some new sprues for the old set of Canadian models, because they added like the female heads, and they also made it so that you can actually use all special weapons. Because by default, the old Canadian models, they only had flamethrowers or a grenade launcher that you could give them.
Yeah, the heavy. I'm basically like this is the heavy squad sort of idea. The ordnance battery.
Oh,
They look so cool, Crimson. They're just more shock trooper like. They got straps on their chins. They got like all this stuff to actually protect them this time.
I mean, to be fair, they are called Canadian shock troopers.
I got a VOD. They got VOD. That works fake.
You better be updating the server. No, I don't think I'll lose any subscribers. I only got one subscriber on YouTube. And I don't even think he remembers me at all.
What do you mean leave? Who can it be?
Chris.
Oh wow, I did not expect that guy.
Yeah, no, he subscribed to me a long time ago, back in like not military, middle school.
Military. Back in the military.
back in Nam.
Back in Nam, bro.
I will subscribe to unsubscribe for this. You want me to show you the models? I will bring it up. I do have a display capture, but it's just I tend not to use it.
That's what it's there for. Cause so when you do want to show your viewers, look at this thing, man. Look at this thing I found on the internet.
Yeah, see, look at it, and bam, you see this. Let's see, Jaden Sharp.
Oh my God, it's me. It's me, guys. Guys, it's me.
Yeah, see, new models. See that's new model. These are it's really shitty old model. These are old. No, that's new models. Oh fuck. Come on. These are old models.
The new models.
No, these are the old ones.
Those are the old ones.
These ones are the old ones. But yeah, they definitely have better proportions, which is very nice. But I don't know.
That's literally it. I'm just looking at it now. No, it's legit the same thing, just better proportions.
Yeah.
They have the same armor, but better proportions.
It just looks different. It's just I don't like the change. I don't like change.
I don't like that they're taller and actually look like
these ones better.
I want them to have stumpy legs. I bet you like.
Zink, these are the
I bet
best
you like.
ones. These are the best ones.
I bet you like the old school Warhammer models.
Some of them. I like the look of the old Terminators with their massive shoulder plates.
About the stumpy space marines.
I don't mind them.
Oh.
Look at these are my favorite.
I stand with how Mark said. I like it. That whole chain sword and everything.
There, now I'm back onto game capture. Alright, time to actually play the game and not just talk about it.
Let's see.
I do this all the time. I hate that.
What's it called? I agree with what Mark said, right? He said something about the way the new Warhammer models are and how he enjoys them.
No, he was talking about Dawn of War 3, how the new Space Marines, they actually, look proportionate.
Yeah, which I enjoy. I like Warhammer. And I was like, I saw them, I was excited for Dawn of War 3.
I was excited for it too, and I'm still excited for it. Can't wait for it to come out.
Can't wait for a release.
I can't wait for Dawn of War 3 to come out, man. I can't wait. It's the part of the stream where we go schizophrenic.
But yeah, no, Dawn of War, great series. Warhammer, great. Like the new models. Canians look amazing. I need more Tau.
You always need more Tau.
Never know.
Actually, hold on. Should probably move this. Move this one forward. Move the power back here, but I kind of want a resource collector. That up. Resource collector can go here. And then we'll do cockpit there. Yeah, yeah, this ship's gonna be defenseless for a while, but I just want to start getting resource done. If you're, I've actually debated on watching Vic's old streams, but
aren't his VODs on there?
Yeah, he still has all of his VODs.
Since he's retired, can't say he's like go to his stream and watch it.
I think so. Okay, I can reach this. Keep forgetting that you know, doors are an issue. Oh, the resource collector doesn't actually have to be next to everything. Okay, that's fair. How much crew does it need? Oh, it just needs one crew. Okay. Two doors only go one way with this.
You played Yakuza and some Battlefield. I'm surprised they're still here.
What?
His old streams.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely is. I think his latest one was Fallout 76,
Oh,
wasn't it?
in Star Wars actually.
Oh, Star Wars.
It was a highlight of him falling through the map.
Ah. There you go. That looks better.
I think oh shit, I think the stream could hear Vic talking. Sorry, Vic heard himself through my stream. He wants to be let in. Is that cool?
Isn't he with Panda right now?
Panda, I think Panda got off.
Oh, Panda got. I mean, this is only for streamers. It's channel. Is he gonna start streaming now? This
Wait
is his
for
incentive to start streaming.
Yeah, he has to talk to you through the chat.
Yeah, he has to stream in order to join the channel.
This thing is old streams. I don't know, man.
I mean, if you wanna bring him into the call, it's fine.
I was literally about to bring you into the call, Vic, because you left.
Yeah, alright, well, I guess he doesn't want to join. Shame. Yeah, I got 4 viewers again. Hello, everybody.
I literally was about to bring Vic into the call and then just...
Hey, Vic, just post that link again.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, no, that resource collector is great.
Finally using it?
Yeah, it's actually not half bad. It's just I keep running out of power.
Whoa, I'm on the stream now.
Yes, you are.
Hey, this is my birthday today. That means I'm special.
We know you're special.
Hey, not in that sense, alright?
Happy birthday. Congratulations, turning 35.
Damn,
Wait a
fuck
minute.
that.
Hey, it's only 35 and a half.
Damn, you're old.
But what are you, Vic? You're 24, 25?
24.
Alright.
If I hit 25, I have to have a midlife crisis by law.
Yep, by law.
It's a legal requirement in order to progress further on.
You have to progress further up the tech tree of
Mm-hmm.
The next upgrade is mental breakdown.
Mental
That's how they get you.
breakdown, abandonment, eating cheese for dinner.
Do you
That
not,
thing.
do you not eat cheese?
That's a thing.
I mean, like, just sliced cheese as a dinner.
Just cheese, that's it.
Just a cheese. When I get to that point.
I mean, at night I go and grab cheese and eat it at night.
Oh no, he's already at
crisis.
I hate to tell you this, Crimson, but this might have to turn into a psychic evaluation stream.
Late at night, I like to go to the kitchen and just
eat a big block of cheese.
No, block cheese is alright. I'm talking about singles.
Oh yeah, no, I eat the singles.
Okay. Alright.
The singles are good at night, right?
Alright, guys, I'm gonna start up my new stream. It's gonna be I'm gonna go into psychiatry. This man clearly needs help.
No, no. You're the one turning older.
Yeah, but I'm apparently more put together than you.
I don't know about that one either.
I don't eat sliced cheese in the middle of the night.
Come on, sliced cheese isn't that bad.
By itself?
I'm gonna have to put a poll on Twitter and just be like, do you eat sliced cheese in the middle of the night?
I got multiple
No.
account.
Next time,
I'm like,
next time you Jefferson, I want you to take a picture of it, but have it on your plate and be like, time for dinner.
Time for dinner. You know what? I will actually do that.
it's like
Do it.
that sounds like a post from for like college students or something, where it's
I
like
didn't have enough money to actually buy food, so cheese.
so broke I'm eating fucking cheese slices.
Look at that resource collector work.
But hey, now that you have me as a guest star, you can ask questions about what it was like in the glory days of streaming. You know,
I saw your highlights and you only had like.
were you just looking on Twitch?
Yeah.
Here, I'll
Check
stream, I'll stream
you-
my game so you don't have a delay.
Oh. I still have both streams open.
I know,
Hold on.
but so that you don't see a delay on mine.
Oh wait, no, I have to.
You can delay. It's just wrong.
What if something happens like really out?
What the shit? I will. This is. Hey.
What?
Look at Vic Soul's stream.
You're seeing
This is-
the weird stuff he's done.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be bad for me to stream his stuff, right? If he could give me permission.
He could. Do you really want that tanked on your stream? No response is best response. Good job.
Hold up, I'm looking online.
You're just like, can I get banned off of Twitch for playing somebody's old VODs? The answer may surprise me.
I mean, the
Well, yeah,
yogs,
my YouTube has
the yogs go back to other people's videos. So technically, Vic, can I stream your old stuff real quick?
Well, no, that's the thing, right?
You
Because
can, yeah.
you can label the stream as a rerun and just run old VODs.
Should I? I'm just gonna start rerunning my old shit.
just play it back like nothing ever happened?
Don't. Yeah,
Alright,
don't mind.
This is Vic's
No.
debut right here, guys.
He's coming back.
No.
This is
No.
coming back.
It's like Fallout, right? Where they just have the radio stations that just loop the same old like radio shows. I do that for my stream, so it's just like a dystopian channel that's just an endless loop of the same reruns over and over.
No, but think about this, Vic. It could be your coming back, the underdog coming back, man.
If I come back, I'd have to fucking rebrand the channel.
Exactly. So we're showing the last of the original. Yeah, the comeback of the century. The comeback of the century, Vic. All right. So I do have permission.
This is an Avengers level threat.
So
God.
permission, right? Permission.
Yeah. What's the most official sounding way I can state it?
Yes.
No,
Here
I
you
gotta
go.
be like, I hereby, on authority of me and myself, give permission to Zink Trademark to
How do
broadcast
I-
my.
Hey Zink, for your stream, the title or your username, is it all lowercase or is it capitals?
I don't know if I do caps. I think they're all lowercase though.
Oh God, you're going further back. You're going to
I
like,
went-
the beta.
This is your most popular
So-
video. Okay.
So let me
Oh,
define
God.
something for the viewers at home.
Is that
So-
Sims 3?
That is The Sims 3. This was back in 2016. This was way before I even knew either of you. This was when it was just it was a closed circuit of just me and like two other people. This is like the beta to this is where it all started. The origin story, if you will. I don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of stuff saved from it because I didn't do stuff like VODs back then. The only thing I have is the first stream because I just highlighted the whole thing, I think.
You just took the time to just clip every second of it.
No, I think it just made it as three big clips because I lost internet, or either restreamed it or lost internet twice during it.
I guess that's fair.
But otherwise, I only have a small bit of clips. That's why That's why I've been very adamant to you two about either make sure VODs are enabled or have an offline recording of it, because otherwise you'll be losing a lot of history.
It's alright. Honestly, that's how I see streaming right now. It's just I just want to keep old history of what we used to do.
Yeah.
That's why I started streaming as well. That's why I rebooted the Broad podcast as well. Whereas I want to get some stuff preserved because I don't remember things that good.
Now I know this is you're coming back, your origin story now being rewritten from your disappearance after how many years?
Rewritten? Or are you gonna retcon a bunch of my past now?
No. Like you went through stuff. Years pass. You have changed. It's just the origin.
You've gone literally insane.
Man,
we're not actually here right now. You're Twitch streaming by yourself.
Okay. Oh god, it's just I wake up, it's 2016, I'm back at my old place on my shitty ass PC.
I don't know if we're gonna see the whole thing, cause
how long was it?
30 minutes.
Oh god, yeah, it was an event, cause so there's a lot of context you need for this clip. There's a lot. There's a whole backstory for it to make sense.
Thankfully, we have the original artist right here to tell us.
Oh God.
So explain your background.
So here's that moment.
So first I have to mention who the parties in question are, because you have myself, of course. I'm me. We've got Wiz, aka Wisdom 101, who I don't know.
A friend of ours.
An associate of ours, we'll say. And then we got
labeling her as a friend. That's sad. We should tell her.
Oh god. No, but you got Wiz, and then you got Chance Box, which is Chance.
Yeah.
It's self-explanatory. The three with the huh?
I said man, you're old.
I am old. Because the three of us were the people there at the beginning.
Nothing's happening, man. Look at this.
This is I have to give you a director's.
Look at this. I'm going on Cornhub now. You're gone. You're already gone. We're back to the same screen again.
Look, alright, back then it's 2016.
It changed.
Standards were low. Oh yeah, the old ass fucking filler screen.
Yeah, for anybody who wants to know what the hell they're talking about, go over to Zink's stream.
Go link it in the description for the VOD too.
No, I'm gonna have to.
Discovering this in 2030, what the fuck's going on? But basically, so the three of us, we were basically doing a bunch of stream stuff together, and at one point we did a Sims playthrough. Now in the Sims playthrough, I think it was me and Wiz were either I think they were married together, and then Chance was just kind of there.
Okay,
the thing
it's all
is
happening through text.
Yeah, it's all text, because at this point I was too much of a pussy to speak.
Okay, we're gonna have to go back to where you speak.
I don't know if I have that documented or not, honestly.
Yeah,
I thought I did.
You basically did a text adventure for Twitch.
For the proto broad podcast streams, a majority of them were non-spoken. I don't know if there's any clips that are of speaking roles of Mine. But yes,
I heard him speak here. Okay.
All right.
So shush.
Oh, did I speak in the first one? Alright, well, if it's anything with an actual thumbnail, that's from the reboot. Ah,
And there it is. Man, the years were not kind to him.
No. Did a whole text adventure.
Man. You didn't have to do a lot then for viewers, I guess.
No, he tried. No, it's okay.
Yeah, he
He
did.
he finally overcome his fear, and now he's coming back with strength.
This man will be a menace. I'm like,
With variants, Cowboys. Yeah, don't think he had. Oh, look, he speaks here too.
oh yeah, all of his thumbnails are Cowboys, huh?
Yeah.
Man.
Mine's just, I think mine's just a clip of the video, that's it. Oh god, it's gonna be a clip of this.
I hate having to just sell ore, but I need resources to actually make the refineries. I will be a production ship soon enough.
that was good. That was good.
But what is he playing there?
He was playing Battlefield.
Battlefield? Oh yeah, they always have that yeah, best squad thing. Okay. I haven't played Battlefield much.
Dang, how do you think his voice like compared to how it is back then to now?
I don't know, I feel like he could have more of a higher pitch.
Oh my god, I just
you're a
realized,
pitch.
I just realized Max is in this video too.
Yeah, Max showed up in a couple of the streams, but not too often. There is one time.
Maybe that's why he's terrified of joining our streams.
Well, it's funny you say
It's
that.
bad.
It's funny you say that because there was one time where I'm guessing he just didn't think about or know we were on stream. We brought in we were playing Payday. We had someone who was in chat that wanted to join in. And let's just say he was a little bit of an arrogant player. And then as soon as he like left, basically, Max just fucking was like, I don't like that guy. It's like, hey, remember you're on stream, right? And he just went silent.
Wait,
He's just silent after that. It's like, all right.
Ah, so you're the one that beat his fear into him.
I mean, before that, I think he just never really cared for it in the first place.
No, it's not.
Also, Zink, can you stream it so I can see these live? Because I am curious how I, compared to now, how I am
Oh shoot.
in terms of.
I just closed it.
Oh,
You know,
I was kind of curious to
you ruined
reflect.
Max. Yeah. Poor Max.
This is the perfect day to reflect
We
on
always
it.
thought Vic was the victim, but we never thought that he was actually the villain this whole time.
God. Well, to be fair, maybe he shouldn't be trash talking people in the first place.
But people like
Yeah.
gotta create drama.
Well, yeah. Well, artificial drama is one thing, but he just chewed on a guy who only played for I think it was like 1 or 2 heists.
Fair.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know if you want to do it on stream or not, but I wouldn't mind just reflecting on my old shit. Because it is a birthday after all. It's one of those days where it's
So
like
he's
let's
already
think
taking
about-
over our streams.
Oh no.
It's a collaboration. Like you brought on. It's like when they bring on like a guest star, but they're like they had developed the game or something. So it's like they're just talking about the game itself.
The editor decided that he was now the main protagonist.
I mean, I wouldn't. If it's anything like that one podcast I listened to, it wouldn't be the first time. Because there's a podcast I listened to. They're like basically.
They don't get free shoutouts here.
Oh, I didn't. That's why I didn't mention the name.
Good.
But the guy went from being just a producer to essentially being one of the main cast, because he just slowly creeped in over time.
It's just like, hey guys.
Like he'll just make appearance. Cause like if they fucked up saying something that was like in the show notes, he'll pop in.
Story time. Yeah, that is why he's doing story time.
Essentially, yes. Look, someone's gotta provide filler.
Man,
we're asleep, don't we?
Well, no, that's a good thing, because there are people who do fall asleep to streams. We'll corner that market.
I don't want people falling asleep on my stream.
Well, do them later at night, and then it'll be perfect.
Yeah, but then we'd actually have to be quiet.
Well, no, because you could still be loud. People like loud.
I don't know, Vic. Your best streams were for sure in the what's it called?
Battlefield. You just say that because you like Battlefield, don't you?
He's like, man, nobody plays with me on Battlefield.
I say that a lot of genuinely interesting.
I mean, yeah, a lot of the Battlefield streams, I mean, the thing is that with Battlefield, I could just commentate on like either what I plan on doing or like what's going on. Like it's story-based games a little bit trickier because you have to, have to listen to the story at the same time, which fills in the dead air a lot. But at the same time, you can't really butt in too much without, ruining the story. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of my that's a bygone era by now. We can never return to that level of quality. It's all downhill.
Would you though come back to streaming or making videos?
I have genuinely thought about it. Cause like on the one hand, my current circumstances don't quite allow me to do that, cause I'm working on.
Yeah.
But if I were to get that stabilized, then I could see myself doing it again especially if I get a better PC. That'd probably be the other main thing. I need a PC that's not this.
Just use your Switch. Just stream your Switch.
That requires a not shitty capture card.
Just hook it up to your monitor and just set up a webcam to stare at it.
God. No, we're not in like 2007 streaming COD off the 360, alright?
Come on, do it. Let's see if I can bait this guy over here for all these cannons. Come on, defenses.
But yeah, that's my life story. I know that's what everyone wanted to hear.
Half the chat's asleep.
And I'm one of them. I am currently sleep talking right now.
Yeah, you're not actually here. He's still insane, remember? Going to the middle of the fire here.
But I think that's where I'm gonna end it for my stream.
Yeah, you've only been going for 3 hours. Come on, push it for the 12.
Yeah,
push for 12.
we haven't heard my whole autobiography.
I made it. Autobiography.
No, my ship does not have DACA. I'm trying to make a factory right now to make more DACA. No, Vic's over here with his 6-part.
I also want to eat. I'm hungry.
Yeah, it's my hey Max, it's my birthday. You gotta wish me a happy birthday, or otherwise I'll ban you.
Ban him.
Alright, I have to take orders.
Wait.
I have to.
No, never mind. I forgot you have privilege.
I need viewers.
Don't
start banning my only viewers.
Alright, I'll just shoot this. I'll just shoot this government worker instead.
What?
There's banned.
No, don't ban him.
I don't think that Spider said a happy birthday either. Everyone in chat needs to wish me a happy birthday, alright?
You don't get to control my stream.
If you don't, I'll shoot this other government worker with my Tesla gun.
No,
I said it yesterday, I won't say it twice. That was yesterday.
We have to wait till you come back to streaming, man. We have to wait till you come back to streaming.
God. Yeah, I've thought about it. I might come back one day. Famous last words.
And that day has never came.
Hey, that was last night, guys. You gotta do it current time. You gotta make sure it's up to date.
We'll find a way to put in this factory without it being too weird.
Right. That's the end of the stream, guys. You can find Crimson. You can find Crimson at Twitch. Crimson Raid.
Listen to him do his outro.
I can't. Shush.
He needs help, doesn't he?
But yeah, you guys want to plug yourselves in?
Twitch.tv/Crimson_Rage12. And Twitter under the same name of Crimson Rage. Find me all there.
And big,
General Right on Twitch, General Right on
He's not
YouTube,
a
General
fake.
Right on Twitter.
Don't listen to him.
it's coming back, guys. It's coming back.
If you want to
Come
watch
back
the
of the century.
archives, you saw a preview of it, so you've had your warning. I do not take responsibility for any mental damage that my videos cause. That's about it.
There you go.
My car blew up.
And you can find me here, you know. Maybe next time, no, probably won't be like a weird surprise. This is like, what would you call this? It's just chatting.
It's an ambush stream.
It's basically
Yeah.
just chatting.
You won't be surprised with a surprise multi-stream.
It'll
Wait.
probably happen again. Don't worry.
Maybe, possibly, yeah.
It will.
Guys, I'm being shot at for shooting a government worker.
That's what you
Right.
Look, alright,
Good
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Not ending my stream just yet. I'm gonna keep going.
Good night, everybody. That's gonna be very weird for your VOD now.
Yeah.
Because now that his ended, it'll be fine. Like you said, he's gonna probably go AFK and go get some to eat first.
Yeah, I saw him play
Which-
something and I was like, I'm done
Which
drawing.
means you could play Fallout 76 with the
you and your
birthday boy.
76.
Well,
Hey,
he's the
Star
one
Wars,
he
that.
man.
used the birthday boy.
Actually,
thing.
no,
That-
Zink. You know what you should go look at.
What?
You should go look at my original review of Fallout 76.
I did
where
already.
I shat on it.
I
Did
did.
you watch the whole thing?
Oh, your actual review.
Yeah, my actual video essay
How
on
do I
why it was
find
a
it?
terrible. Just go to my channel, search for Fallout 76. You'll
Where's your
find
channel?
it. It's on YouTube. Alright, it's on Twitch. I have all my links at the bottom of the stream, conveniently for you.
Where it's your channel on YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube has all the actual VODs packed up.
And how your thumbnails look the same.
Yeah, I stuck with
So does the
consistent thumbnails just to if I were to change something, I'd probably do a different, like, just do what Crimson does and have like just basically a different thumbnail per, at least it was Crimson that I think did it, a different thumbnail per game.
I just have just the base game artwork.
Yeah. No, no. What I'll do is I'll go find like a fucking crispy ass meme and just use that instead.
Fair.
Just to keep consistency with the shitpost, the shitpost theme that is my entire channel's theme at that point.
I'll fix this shit when I get back to the station.
Violator. Wait.
Alrighty.
Yeah, now we lost a third of the stream.
Alright, so, well, now, Crimson, you can get an exclusive, part of my, auto, well, you can't say that, it's my birthday.
Say whatever I want, it's my stream.
But it's my birthday.
Man, do you think I care about birthdays? I don't even care about mine.
Yeah. Yeah, you had, like, a big cake and everything. Yeah, that's what Zink told me.
I think the most I do for my birthday is just eat wings and that's it.
Honestly, I haven't done much for my birthday outside of last year, but that's only because I freshly moved last year here.
I guess that's fair.
But like, cause I just want to have one birthday party, and I had it.
Like I never want to be important.
I just want to be cool like all the other people.
Like all the other kids.
All the other kids with their pumped up kicks.
Oh.
Why not?
Oh.
Well, you know what, Crimson?
What?
I'm gonna start my own stream.
He's the Return of the King.
God. No, if I did seriously consider it, I'd have to do a lot of restructuring. Cause
Nah. Just throw yourself in. Just throw yourself into the deep end and just go for it.
I already did that. I did that fucking how many years ago now?
Did you again?
Oh my goodness. That would be about 7 years ago. Oh Christ, I'm old.
I know you're the oldest man.
Technically yes, just because Max isn't here to be older.
I mean, he's probably still in the chat.
He's in chat. Hey Max, you're old. Fuck you.
He's calling out my own Twitch viewers. What the fuck?
Hey,
like Max.
we gotta look. We gotta have that drama starting. You know, like you said, get that beef going.
Why don't
Get
you
that
fight
beef
with
on.
Why don't you fight with the guy who pretends to be his buddy?
Oh, his message got held for review.
I allow it.
Oh, that's funny. That good shit. Oh, I said funny, weird.
So wait, so now that I let that pass through, does that mean anytime anybody says it?
Apparently, that exact phrase only, because it says you permitted the phrase "fuck you" too.
Beautiful.
And so they would have to say that exact phrase.
Beautiful. Well, now it's no longer a banned term.
Well, if you say "fuck you," it probably will get. I think it'll probably still get caught. We just have to. All right. Hey, someone say something. Just tell me. Oh no, I got help.
You're missing the period.
We'll just deny that one.
Damn. No, it's spelled the same. Okay, I guess it just.
Oh, it is the same.
Time.
What the hell?
I think it's just for the one time.
Oh god. Oh, it's because it's considered considered aggression. That's why. It's not the swearing one. It's the aggression
Damn racist.
one.
What do you mean racist?
I'm surprised racist didn't get picked up by Automod.
Well, I mean, racist itself isn't a bad term. I don't think.
Wait, what if he says you're a racist? Will that still be aggression? Because that's what it got caught as. It's not swearing. It's not for the word fuck. It's because it's saying fuck you.
Ah.
So if George were just to say fuck, then he'd probably be in the clear because we don't have a swearing filter.
True. I allow swearing on my screen for the most part.
But not acts of aggression. We don't allow that here. Yeah, if you threaten the cast, we'll threaten you back. just like I'm threatening this Watoga government worker.
What? Well, yeah, the generic white guy needs to be more suppressed, obviously. That's how this works.
Yeah. Well, since it's Pride Month, if you're gay, then we'll let it slide.
Man. We're just gonna hit all of the bad things on today.
It's fine. Look, all right.
Every group's
It's
included.
it's fine. We'll include it in my autobiography of my downfall. I've stayed in the shadows.
Before even starting.
It's like I've gone dormant. No, it's like when you got fucking people on Twitter that just goes back and look at like 6-year-old tweets of like you being like toxic like a COD lobby. It's like I gotta dig this shit up.
That sounds about right.
Oh, I got too much shit on me.
Soon the ship will be done. Then soon I'll have so much DACA.
Soon.
Could probably unpin this message now. Since there's no double stream going.
Man, I just really want to talk about myself now.
We really hit that ego side of you, didn't we?
I mean, Zink stroked my ego by bringing back my old streams, because I am honestly pretty not, well, proud, I guess, but a better word for that.
I mean, it's good to be proud of what you do.
Well, I mean, there's like a more better word for it, like I have a lot of I guess it would just be pride at that point. I have a lot of pride in those streams, even though viewership numbers were very inconsistent, ranging from 0 to like 1.
From 0 to even 0.
But I am still very proud of those streams because of just the amount of effort I put into them.
Man, I just love reading "Not a Spider" in the chat because I just know, right? It feels sarcasm.
I'll give up numbers. I was a little late for that. It's a little late for that, Mr. Spider.
I don't know. I read Spider's chats as always sarcasm.
He's a peculiar fella. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Very peculiar arachnid, as they say. I don't know. It reminds me of somebody, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
It reminds me of all the spiders out there.
Well, I don't think you want me to do the same treatment I do to all spiders.
I'm sorry. I can't control my, natural beauty.
You want me? I can ban him. I can ban him for aggression.
No. We're not gonna be that guy.
Yeah, we're not gonna fucking. Oh, you're still alive. I thought I killed this government worker. How many times am I going to say government worker?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Well, in Fallout, I'm in a city called Watoga, and there's just a bunch of scattered Protectrons that are just called Protectron Watoga government workers.
Yeah, see,
so
now with the added context, now you don't seem like you should be on a watch list.
Well, that's why I started saying it. It's like, what if I just start talking about shooting government workers out of context?
Oh god, now my stream's gonna be flagged. I've been ruined from the start.
No, my Tesla rifle's broken from murdering all these government workers.
God damn it, it says it again.
Look, alright, it's fine. You got the context. Show that to the court. They'll accept it.
It's okay, Mr. Spider. I don't actually think you can even ban Vic since he's a moderator.
No, yeah, mods can't. We can't have like a fucking
a succession. You can't just try to overthrow.
What's the term? What's the term? There's like a term for like not a civil war, but like basically a war within the ranks, essentially.
A civil war.
Well, not quite civil war. I mean, civil war would work, but I think there's a different term for it.
I feel like it's a military term. I'm trying to think of it.
It's either military or it's something to do with like mobs or something.
Mutiny.
Mutiny. No, mutiny is overthrowing you. I don't. We definitely can't do that
I
here.
mean, well, immunity would still just be overthrowing anybody with power, right?
Well, that's more of a coup that you're thinking of. The coup's
well.
more. The coup's like the more proper. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought. Wait, did Zink just go idle?
Yeah.
Or did you kick him out? I thought you fucking murdered him. Because with the timing of after you said that.
I'm taking over for everyone.
Because like, it's like well, when you put it like it's like because like when you put it that way and then you just disconnected. It's like wait a minute. Why can't these government workers leave me alone?
Oh man, this thing's trying with Iron Raider, man, doesn't work.
Oh, Mr. Handy.
Soon the production will become grand, and I will be ruler of this system.
Hey, you got anything for me to talk about so I can stop stroking my ego about my old streams?
Well, I mean,
Because I could talk about.
What are your plans for your birthday? No, just tell me. What are you
I don't have any. I was trying to figure that out last night. I was like, I might just go to like Five Guys or Whataburger somewhere that I don't go to usually. Yeah, I've had Five Guys a couple times by now. It's like, it's like the fancy restaurant for me because it's just we usually don't go that often because they're fucking expensive.
Hey George Zega, you got some more out of context to throw into the channel, man. Vic's had 5 Guys.
Oh god. Oh yeah, don't make sure to put the government workers in there. Well, actually, I probably got trampled by 5 government workers at this point.
I thought you were gonna say you got trampled by 5 Guys.
I mean, I've had at least 3 guys on me, so.
That's all right.
You were there for that. You were one of the 3 guys.
I will not be associated with that. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is not me.
You have to take your consequences. You're the one who
consequences.
You have to take your tonsils out, sir.
What?
You heard me. Your tonsils. We gotta snip them out. Have you had do you still have your tonsils, by the way?
Weird to bring up on stream, but yeah.
Well, I just thought about it, cause aren't you supposed to get your tonsils out as like a kid or like really young?
No, it's more of if you have a lot of issues with stuff like that.
I remember a TV show where there's a guy, he's probably in his 20s at that point, and is like.
Yeah, there he goes. I do not condone anything he says. This man is he's holding me hostage here.
Like, hey, why are you eating a fucking can of beans in the store, guy? You can't do that. And he's like, well, I'm just fucking hungry. I just, brought a can opener to open it. It's like, what'd you go and do that for? And I'm like, well, you can't.
There goes. I gotta love him. Poor man's insane. He's lost his mind after all this time.
So we got him a hammer, right? And he kind of hammered out all the dents in it, so it's a more flatter can. And
there he goes again. The man is gone. He got dragged to a different channel. Oh, beautiful. George has saved me. Or Mr. Spider. Should probably be with O2. Should I drag you both back in, or should I only drag Vic? You let me know. I don't know if you want to be on stream, Mr. Spider-Man. Just want to keep mining metal asteroids so I could sell, refined product for it. Help me. Alright, I saved you from that, man.
Thanks, man. He was being really a jerk to me. And he said that I was gonna like it.
Oh god, he's dead. Alright, hold up. Alright, he's here too now.
Yeah, me and George had a nice chat before coming in.
I assume
Is
it involves
that how you
I-
see it?
I made sure that that he knew what to do on stream. You know,
They
the
didn't-
etiquettes of.
Vic didn't like me server muting him.
Oh, I thought that was Crimson.
Oh no, I'm playing game.
Well, I didn't know if you want just to fucking mute me for the funny.
I don't do that.
Well,
I'm not that kind of man.
so George, tell us about your life story. Now that we're
Yeah, it's
because that's what we're
just an
doing on the
interview
stream.
at this point. So
Yeah.
so,
So George, I hear that you're a person. Is that correct?
I don't want to say anything because I feel like I might offend one person.
Oh boy. Look, we already talked about killing government workers. You can't do
Well,
much worse
can I
than
can I
that.
talk about my life cycle, sir?
Your life cycle.
Yeah.
I
mean,
give
my-
you permission.
All right. I started off in an egg, then the egg became an egg sac, then I became a spiderling, and then now I'm like a young adult.
Egg sack, you said.
Yes. Like all
Now,
not as spiders do.
now,
So,
why?
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
Enough.
I got a question for the spider guy.
Yeah.
Hey, why are your cousins in Australia assholes? Like I hear they're real unpleasant to work with over there.
As a great quote, they just built different.
Just both different, man.
And now why does your kind squat in a lot of Americans' households? Do you have a way to, you know, make that not happen? Because we don't quite appreciate that.
Look at her, right? We follow food. You guys attract the flies. It's just a win-win. Like it's just a win-win.
But your kind scares.
What do you
a lot
mean
of
my
people.
kind?
Your kind,
He's
your
being
kind. The
speciesist. Can't
I
have that
mean,
on here.
well, I'm just saying that, you know.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of
Vic, I was gonna
people-
say something.
You weren't gonna use your button, were you?
Please don't use
No.
the
I'm scared. It's like a fucking
Well, you remember? I don't know why she's. I'm gonna like remember that video when the person identified as the cat.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was gonna say identified as a spider.
That means we gotta go into an hour-long debate.
Oh god.
And say that what your opinion is not really opinion.
And how that you're against the gays.
Okay.
Alright. Now,
Yeah.
that's going too
Yeah.
far now.
There's so
That's
many
what
other things that
happened
you
in the
could have said.
video. What else, huh? What else could I have said? How else could I have stated it, huh?
Alright, so we could go ahead and cancel him early.
The comeback ain't happening.
The broad podcast now. We cancel him now.
It's already dead. What do you mean?
Kill
It's
it
been
again.
buried. It's been fucking buried. It's like a ghoul at this point.
Did somebody say kill it again?
Kill it
Alright, move away, guys.
Oh god. Hey, we're gonna have an advanced stream with sound acting.
Nope, I'm filmed in front of the live streaming audience.
This is my impersonation of a spider from Minecraft.
What?
Okay, that's wrong one. Come on, guys, I'm just clearing my throat.
Oh, great. See, I don't have to do edits now. I really hope that
That-
wasn't too loud on stream.
Well, I can't check audio right now because the government workers are back.
Gotta keep doing this.
Oh yeah, how am I gonna? Hey, say something for the audience to react.
And now he's a part of the audience again. Hey, make a soundboard noise. Do your spider.
Now you're gonna laugh at me?
No, I won't laugh at you. Alright, yeah, man. You did good. Great impression. Great impression. It's great. I don't have to do editing. I don't even do editing.
So hey, you know how old sitcoms, like when the audience does anything, you like
They kinda
basically the
drown
act.
everything out.
Yeah, we're at that level. So it's louder, but it's at the same time I feel it's also appropriate.
It's an appropriate volume for
Yeah. Which means we all have to like stand there or like sit there
Just wait.
awkwardly where it's just while we're waiting for the audience to go away. And then they get a second uproar and someone comes in and then just have to stand around again.
It's like watching a Disney Channel whenever they add in a new like celebrity guest, and it's just
Yeah,
they
it's
just cheer for the longest time.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, I got more. I was gonna say, now that we got more people here, did you guys want to switch over to a more cooperative game? We could see if we can like, play this or something.
That's my answer.
I don't know, man. Play It Up's like the only game that brings the worst out of me.
That's content.
Yeah, that is content.
Right? You're just gonna use me like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoken like a true streamer.
What do you think we're friends? Nah, it's just content.
Oh, that hurts!
We're associates, is what we are.
Alright, we could do Play It Up.
Hold on, I just gotta run away from the government
We can also
workers.
see about getting Zink in here when he gets back, or if he does end up getting back. And
He's probably gonna eat what we cook.
huh?
He's gonna eat what we cook.
Exactly, he will be your
He will be the plate up.
Mr. Plate Up himself.
Mr. Plate.
Last name up.
We can see about that. Let me just finish doing what I'm doing here, and then we can start. I didn't get too far into Cosmoteer, but I do have a refinery ship now, so it's not too bad. The money's gonna start rolling in. I can start producing. Let's get back. I can definitely see myself playing this save by myself every now and then.
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back?
God help us.
A stick.
And no.
See, the audience liked it though.
You are the audience.
You are
Hey,
quite
doesn't-
the audience.
They still liked it though, alright?
I don't know. The audience is getting cheap with their jokes.
You're cheap.
What?
You hurt me.
It's rude.
You're rude.
I'm gonna go and save this here. Just name it single player. So I
As
can-
we're saying jokes, I'm looking at my joke book that I make.
Oh wow.
Not the internet.
I didn't realize the joke book says your name in bold. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and set the stream away for just a little bit so we can get everything set up. Shall be back. Can finally actually use my
We'll be back after these messages.